Nah, it's all good, brother. I found myself today a lot watching the Sigmund Freud Netflix series. And man, for some reason, there's something so beautiful about the dimension of hypnosis. Like just the very means of how, Sigmund Freud, like as an ancient psychologist, he would just kind of use these techniques, like use these very methods of using the voice and using certain prompts to powerfully impact the psyche. For some reason that resonates a lot. What's going on? Welcome, Yash. Really feeling these Picasso bow strikes today. It's always dope doing these sort of morning streams. It's like you just drink cacao to really complete this. Rooting yourself in the somatic experience. The visceral felt experience. Rooted within the nervous system. Yo, what's good? Welcome. Thank you so much, brother. Yeah, I've been really feeling these artificial harmonics very strongly. There's especially these second tiers. Just add such an interesting dimension to these. This feels good. Appreciate you guys. Whereabouts are you guys from? Out of curiosity. Word. That's awesome, man. The Netherlands. Makes sense, I guess, with this time frame. I guess usually the Canadians pop on at like 4 or 5. It's interesting, this pan flute I have here is from Poland. Different realm, but yeah, it's like, it's in the region. Word. 3 on Saturday. Right, it's Saturday today. For some reason, I completely forgot that. It is Saturday. Interesting. Shout out to any guitarists out there. know it's awesome right now, but the weather in Canada is, the rivers, they're freezing cold. So I've been doing cold plunges in the rivers every day for the last 3 days. And it's been awesome. And I haven't done my cold plunge today, but there's something extraordinary about just doing cold plunges. Yo, I'm in BC, Canada, British Columbia. It's crazy, like legit. Just the feeling, the last 2 nights I've been going into the night. It's like literally clear skies, and I'll just at nighttime go to the rivers and then do cold plunges in the river, and then the feeling of like all that adrenaline, and then you're just surrounded by like all the stars in the night sky. It's incredible. It literally feels like you're in like a different dimension. And then I'll just go and do a stream or something. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Cold plunges are phenomenal, man. Just what I really want to do this next week is there's a famous beach in BC. It's actually a new beach, but in the later seasons, there's not a lot of people. But basically, it's this beautiful natural beach that you can do plunges, and people make gigantic bonfires. And there's also just a bunch of people just come and bring guitars and gather. Really want to get out to that place. Something about like massive bonfires and just plunging in the ocean and just chilling with people. It's beautiful. True. Yeah, dog. I swear, it's such a primal experience. And just going for a sprint in a forest, surrounded by nature. It's just good for the soul. And my name is Ryan, by the way. Ashe is basically like, it's like a blessing or a power word that I found basically when I did Changa for the first time. I, for some reason, had this word flow through me, the word Ashe. It's a very beautiful, very spiritual experience. And then since then, I've found I was going to use Ashe as like my fire performance moniker, but then for some reason it felt like it had a different calling, And then when I made this YouTube channel about 3 or 4 months ago, it made a lot of sense. I was like, this is my brand. I think too what's interesting is, the word Ashay, it's kind of like, pleasure to meet you, brother. Pleasure to meet you, Ken. It's like Ashay is like, it's like almost like a multi-dimensional word. Like it means something different in French culture, it means something different in Yoruba, African culture. And historically it has like many different powerful meanings, but it's all very spiritual. Like it's like the life force essence that drives tenacity. And it also is like an affirmative, it's like a power word. Super dope though. I've always found myself resonating. Especially with the direction that this channel's been unraveling to. It's like, it feels like I want this channel to be like this very, I'd say, intentional space for inspiration, for musicians and sort of like a meditative space alike. At least that's what it's becoming. I think what I'm gonna do is I've had this vision where in this next week I'm gonna get a really nice DSLR camera and I'm gonna basically do vlog style, like for my YouTube. It's gonna be like long format releases where I'm gonna basically, showcase or follow along my morning or my day, but then also the key emphasis of the video will be, like a meditative sound journey. It'll basically be like I'll show, what I'll do in my morning practice, sort of what I'm gonna eat, but then I'm gonna go for a run to the river, do a cold plunge, and then at some point I'll do like a meditative sound journey. And that'll just be like a long format video. It's a higher production. That's how that goes. Now, how about you, dog? What do you find? What do you find inspires you right now, in this world? Like, what do you find is really inspiring you? Voice is very hoarse right now. I think I'm gonna place one of those. I'm not sure how I do this. Like question. How do I do this? Like a Q&A button. Start a poll. Start a Q&A. Ask a question. What is? Place that somewhere. Yo, welcome back, brother. Phil, where did let's see. I don't know can you guys see this Q&A thing with the little bubble? I should be there somewhere. Getting spam call. I really gotta turn off my call function streaming. Wicked, that's awesome. Very cool. Yo, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you, dog. It's such a beautiful blessing just to kind of like randomly engage and just put out this energy and see how it's received. It's just beautiful. It's definitely an honor just to channel these sounds and just weave these together. Just to see, the individuals just that gravitate to this. So awesome. I feel that's what, in essence, just the YouTube platform is just all about. It's dimensions of community, just community building. It's what I've really appreciated it for. That's awesome. That's definitely a very unique name, Kasha. It's awesome. You are blessed. More than you could possibly imagine in this life. Full. Word, it's all good, brother. Hey, thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Deeply appreciate that. I feel like that's the core intention of my channel right now. It's just to kind of grow my subscriber base and kind of play around with the means of expanding this community. It's been dope though, honestly. The journey's been such a great journey so far. It's been very, very successful. I'm excited just to see the way this can unravel. I'm especially drawn to the idea of, in the summer years, going and doing this thing I call roving busking. Basically the means of doing this thing where I bring my whole setup, but then I go and travel around different areas like beaches and forests. If you mean me, yeah, that is me in my profile pic. Because kind of as I expressed, this word "ashay" was going to be basically my fire performer name. So that's me doing a handstand with my fire staff with palm torches on my feet. And I guess the photographer, they were seeing me practice and they caught a capture of that. So then I was like, this is a dope photos, and then I just decided to use that. For some reason, I wanted to keep that. So I think it captures the essence of ashay. The sort of power word, the affirmative. Just do handstand push-ups with fire props. Those low slap harmonics. That's interesting. That kind of makes me think, just now reflecting on it, is like, I know one of my favorite psychedelic YouTubers, he made a Discord a while ago. I'm almost curious if I should at some point throw together some sort of intentional Discord just to like further connect the YouTube community. I think I'm gonna do that. I've also been considering basically setting up my computer so I do Twitch. So I stream on Twitch while I also stream on YouTube. Might as well. I found the only reason I've used Discord recently is, it's kind of a strange reason. Well, I mean, it's dope as fuck, but there's this game called Guns the Duel that's like, was re-released recently, where it's like there's a closed beta. And I basically don't play video games, but I do play Guns the Duel, and I have since I was like 12 years old. And it's crazy, there's like a Discord for all the beta and all the news about that one. I definitely feel that I think that's a great idea. I'm gonna do a Discord. I imagine I could probably, if I set up a thing, I could probably do like a music into Discord. Word. Dude, that's awesome. Off the Gritter. Dude, I commend you highly. That's, as a YouTuber, it's kind of like, I'm in this interesting paradox where I desire to basically cut my ties with social media and my phone as much as humanly possible. But then I also, on the other hand, I'm growing like multiple content creation businesses, so it's like, it's kind of like I have to use my phone as a tool, though. I think, though, eventually in the future, I'd love to just have a team of people that help run my content businesses, so I won't even have to like look at, unless I'm streaming, of course. That's the thing though, I find what I've noticed is the key is not only creating like a regulated relationship with the phone and social media and all these sort of dopaminergic loops, but it's also creating an empowered relationship, something that feeds connection and authentic connection. And that's where I feel streaming, for me at least, building this channel and building this kind of business, it feels like it's this authentic application of social media and the phone. Because I feel like that's the part of it, is like these technological loops and these patterns, they're supposed to be tools, right? They're supposed to be tools that we intelligently use. But I think for a lot of us, myself included, it's so easy to abuse these tools, to have things like social media and all these dimensions of the phone and these applications. We don't use them as the tools that they're intended to be used for. It's something that divides us opposed to connects us as we are needing these, desiring these to be. No electricity, solar. That's dope as fuck, honestly, I commend you, my man. I feel like that's something in the future, actually, like the long future, I would desire to do is I want to actually have like a regular home. I want to own like a property somewhere, probably in BC, but then also have an off-the-grid home, like a tiny home where everything is self-sustainable, grow my own food, have like off-the-grid home where I'll go to like compose, and it's kind of like a creative portal, but then I'll have my regular property with my family and my home, and it's like I want to have, that's my goal. Facts. Yeah, that's definitely, I almost see this as a similar dimension to busking, where my core intention for this channel is kind of like I'm bridging worlds between doing sound journeys or sound healing, but also busking, where I'm like desiring to just interject this dimension of music, to gather fellow appreciators of music, or just musicians as a whole. It's just like, it's this universal resonance pattern that music has. It's very healing. And it's a felt experience. So it feels like an honor to sort of introduce that. It is true, I infamously burned myself out with, I mean, it's funny, since I've started this channel, like about 3 months ago, I've been just like grinding out, since it's all I think about, it's all I do. I mean, I also train, I do various things, but it's on my mind like all the time. All I desire to do is just to like evolve my music composition, but also evolve my ability to teach and create and build this business. But to be honest, it doesn't feel like work at all. Like, that's the thing, it's like, the moment I've sort of pulled this trigger, it's like, this feels like joy, it's like ecstasy. It feels like I'm stepping into this deeper dimension of freedom that is aligned with my future purpose. I've also been playing guitar for a long time. Like, I've been a guitarist for about 16 years, so it's got to this point where, for me, it's like even playing guitar and practicing guitar and like breaking down riffs and doing all these things that some might find is mentally strenuous. For me, it's like, it's just joy. It's like I've built this powerful foundation of awareness of how to play guitar, so it's kind of like I'm in this interesting place where now the endeavor is to see how many times I can playfully explore the same muscle memory and the same sort of creative pathways. Yeah. I see the same too with various disciplines. Like it's the same thing with strength training, the same thing with dance. It's now just a game. Like it's a very complex game that my body, my mind is so fluent at accessing. That's just like I love it, and I love practicing. That's why it's so beautiful to have this world-bridging experience of being a content creator, where it's like it inspires me to dive deeper and to share this and connect and unify with music, which is just so great. I think too, it's the same thing with busking. The random sort of universal experience, like the means of just, you never know who you're gonna experience or, you know, what sort of things you're gonna be inspired by. Thanks, Ken. Appreciate you, Doc. It's one of those things, like I think one of the core things that I attribute my own sort of degree of success or my own sort of happiness is really just understanding how to be extremely ambitious with what I do. It's almost like, for whatever reason, ever since I was very young, I've always had this means of, when I set myself to do something, I have these very like ambitious visions of things. And it's been like that way since I was like 9 years old, where it's like, if I'm gonna choose to do something, my mind for some reason sees like extremely ambitious visions of how I'm going to do it. And that's usually what feeds me. And I feel like that's a huge part of it, is like, for a lot of things, if you're gonna do anything in life, it's valuable to just be extremely ambitious. Like, you know, really just see the highest, most beautiful vision of it, you know, just the most successful domain of it, and let yourself see that and focus that and feel that. It's kind of also what Joe Dispenza speaks of a lot. So it's like, when I see this YouTube channel, it's like, and I've stepped into this role of being a YouTuber, like the visions that I see of what I'm going to do with this is very, very interesting. Like I can see the 5-10 year picture in little blips and bursts. But it's like, simply, it's like, you know, it's just, sky's the limit. Like I love to aim very high. So be it if it's like my career as a performance artist or as XYZ, it's like, I think my mind just has this deep woven belief that I can do anything, and it just understands that. And it's funny, I talk about this with improvisation, where it's like, I genuinely feel improv, like be it if it's like guitar improv, for example, or dance, or maybe acting. It's like your mind, basically, you can instill the belief system when you are engaging in the infinite nature of improv, where it's like, you know, if I'm playing a riff, it's kind of like you're reinforcing the belief that everything is endless, it's infinite. It's literally like an infinite portal that you get to choose to see, opposed to maybe if your mind, you know, is sitting in a one-dimensional way where it doesn't understand the infinite nature of all things. And I think it's genuinely like, it's a psychological exercise when you see in front of your eyes that everything is 1000% completely infinite, because you just decide to see it as so, and then you're reinforcing that when you're, say, improvising. It's like the infinite paths are right in front of you. You're literally ingraining that in your neural pathways and in your somatic experience. it's an interesting way of seeing it. So I think the simplest, right, it's like improv is such a healthy practice. Yeah, I agree. It's, yeah. Especially as men, it's like, it's great to have that sense of just direction and execution. I think about this a lot, to be honest, where it's like, I think it comes down to, choice. Like, we all have choices that we can make in life, where it's like, if we simply, it's like that simple sort of philosophy where it's like, if you don't like the direction your life is heading, or the life is the way it is, then you just make a different choice simply. And like, I think it is bizarre where it's like, that is the nature of, I think, the deeper context of what we're experiencing is we just return to the ability to choose. We're like, we are a product of our choices, and then suddenly punch in the wrong direction. Yeah, I was actually speaking about this with, I guess it's pronounced Coach, that makes sense. But yeah, I was speaking about the means of, he was sort of asking me about, I guess, dimensions of how to approach and relate to the opposite sex. But I basically was expressing how, yeah, it's like this dimension of knowing yourself. It's like, especially I think at Coach's age, where he's like, I think he's like 15 or 16, or it's in that age bracket. But it's like, to the younger generation, I think it's so valid. Like, when I speak to my younger self, right? Like, I'm 31 now, but when I was like 15, 16, I think the core thing that was like game changing, like it really made a world of a difference in separating myself from maybe people that were in different places, was just knowing myself. It's just knowing who I am, what my purpose is in life, and focusing on that so powerfully. So in essence, one learns how to go on the right direction, like how to go in the right direction of who you are and what that looks like, and aligning with that. I speak about this a lot too with like friends, or like previous partners or partners, about how like, yeah, it's like, it doesn't even necessarily need to be like profound. That's the wild thing, is like, one's direction in life doesn't need to be this like intellectualized, complexified pursuit. It can be simple. Like, I think it's like happiness in many rights sometimes really genuinely comes down to returning to the simplistic nature of things. And 1000% you understand that to various degrees. I mean, living in a more simplistic realm, like living off the grid, it's like, I think on the deepest right, so many of us, like, we just desire to, yeah, return to the simplistic. I know that's been like a spiritual message that I've been receiving a lot over the last few years. And strange enough, that's almost like full circle. That's kind of why I do this style of music. Like, why I've written like punk rock, metal, progressive rock, psychedelic rock. Like, I've written so many different genres of music, and for whatever reason, the prevalent theme, like the core type of music that I resonate with, is this very like soulful, this very like, I would say, sound healing-esque dimension. It's like sound healing seems to be like the dimension that so powerfully calls me, that for whatever reason it just heals me and it nourishes me. And then that's kind of where this style is developed. Word, that's awesome, bro. You're definitely then ahead of your years. I know, I had a feeling you said you were in either middle school or high school, but yeah, that's... What's that, an outlook? Never grow old in mind. It's... think of my own relationship with like, yeah, perception of age or perception of, I guess, yeah, maturity or age, it's always been such an interesting endeavor. Like truthfully, 11, word, that's trippy, man. I guess that's part of the beauty of this like stream sort of realm is like it's kind of like people are just embraced as people. You know, you don't necessarily know which their age bracket is. That's kind of like what I like about TikTok is like I feel like a majority of my audience is the younger generation, and I really enjoy. Word, that's awesome, man. Bless. You know, again, I'm 31, so it's like we got three realms. That's such a trip. I mean, I find I often get mistaken for a generation younger, just like my 20s, but yeah, it's like I definitely, man, age is just a trip. Like I swear, when I was like 14, 15, I swear I was just like, for whatever reason, I was often mistaken as I was like, if I was like 20 or people thought I was a lot older. And then when I became 20, I started to sort of sit in my same age group, but then I started to get sort of younger seeming. You know, I didn't really age, but it was like I kind of got to this place where mentally I felt like I kind of like transcended the dimension of my age. Like, it was very strange. If that makes sense. Like it's genuinely like I would, you know, now that I'm 31, I've always felt like my mind, my mind feels youthful. Like it's literally like I feel very like free and youthful, but at the same time, the maturity, like the wisdom of being 31 feels very, very prevalent, if not further. Yeah, man, 31's an incredible age. I ran whitewater kayaking, yes. That's interesting. That sounds a lot like my uncle. Yeah, you literally sound very similar to my uncle. Like he's a very like survivalist, whitewater kayaking type dude. That's such a trip. But yeah, I genuinely feel it's strange. For many years, I've always been like, when people ask me what they think the best age or what I think the best age is to be, I would always express 30. Like I was always like 30. I feel like 30 is a really powerful, really aligned time to be alive and to just to be. And for some reason, it definitely played out that way. Let's go faster. This is true, my friend. I mean, even just approaching age 30, or as I was like approaching age 30 and just past that, I've 1000%, like I feel like a lot of it is what I would maybe attribute to like a sort of spiritual context of things. I've definitely found myself like extraordinarily attracted to slowing down, like in the simplest right of like disappearing into meditative retreats and living like almost like a monk. Like I'm very attracted to living sort of, I don't know if I'd ever want to be a monk, but I feel like I've always been strongly attracted to the monk's practice, like, you know, transmuting energy, qigong, training martial forms. Like it's just very synonymous with what I already do. But yeah. It's bizarre. I mean, this is kind of a rabbit hole, I would say, but this is where my mind immediately goes. Is like in 2025, like I can't even think of like when I'm say 60. You know, I'm 30 now. 60, 30 years from now, I genuinely believe this world is going to be a very different place because of the way technology is rapidly evolving. So it's like it kind of just inspires me to want to be the most the most authentic version of myself, like the most naturally human. Because knowing that in the next like 20 years, everything is going to very rapidly change, whether we want it to or not. Mountain biking seems really chill. I had a good friend, but yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of the truth. Is like I had a great friend who was like a pro mountain biker. Like he did like insane like flips, and it was just like, yeah. But he was in sort of an accident, like a car accident. But then he also had injuries from mountain biking. I guess it wasn't really related to mountain biking, but. I think anything where you're just out in nature very frequently. It's definitely very nourishing. thank you so much, man. Yeah. Honestly, it feels like an honor just to set that energy. This is funny. Is like I actually what I do for work is I work in film, right, as a background actor primarily. And it's funny because like I do the exact same thing where it's like it's literally like I'm just setting the atmosphere. Where I'm just like chilling with a bunch of actors and like musicians, and we just hang out. And I spend all day just chilling, playing guitar. Some days I have to like I'm on set doing sort of acting, and some days it's like set's too close to the holding. But it's like literally for some days I'll just generally just chill and do exactly this. I think it's one of my favorite things to do. Is just like set the energy. Oh shit. Back when I used to longboard a lot, I kind of had a similar. No, that's fair. Pleasure. Great to meet you, brother. Appreciate your energy here, man. Imagine probably the next like 10, 15 minutes, I'm probably gonna make a leave too. Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, I've definitely, yeah, I guess biffing on a bike is definitely worse than on a longboard. It's like you're a lot more locked in. A powerful reminder. Safety. Phenomenal. funny too, man. It's like I live on a giant mountain hill. Yeah, peace. Appreciate you chiming in, brother. I feel probably at the 45 mark. Make my leave. Fuck yeah, bro. I'm looking forward to be crazy. Once the stream ends, I'm definitely going to. Yeah, dog. I feel this is an unorthodox hour. It's like I'm surprised if anyone chimes into these streams, but I mean I'm always stoked to see it. I think lately people have been really liking the sound setup, but I'm stoked. Once this stream ends, I'm definitely gonna go for a run, do a cold plunge. It's the perfect weather. That was dope though. That dude seemed chill as fuck. Like definitely, like legitimately. Yeah. It's funny too, because that buddy, he sounded like from what he described his life and what he sort of does in his spare time. He literally sounds almost exactly like my uncle. Like I have an uncle that lives in like where is it, Armstrong. So it's like deep BC, you know, where it's like the areas that's more like survivalist country sort of area. But yeah, it's funny. Like my mom's brother, he literally is like he's like the same age as that buddy, but also he's into like whitewater rafting. He also like lives kind of like off the grid type thing. Well, like majority of the year. Seems like a very familiar. Yeah, dog. I live in BC. I'm in BC. It's interesting. I've met quite a few people actually that live in like, yeah, Canada, sort of local area. I definitely feel that's this third string upper octave. This is the one I gotta practice. Colombia, it's interesting. It's kind of like infamously known for being the economy's kind of fucked. Like it's kind of like everything is relatively expensive compared to like other parts of Canada. But at the same time, I think the reason why that is because the it's very desirable. Like there's a lot of like there's incredible nature everywhere, and it's kind of like they've built it as almost like a touristy area. At least they did since the Olympics, like several years ago. It's kind of bizarre, but yeah, the economy is fucked. That being said, though, I find there are definitely some unique dimensions of BC, like be it just like the nature is really awesome, but also the dance scene. Personally, that's kind of what stands out to me a lot is the dance and the film scene. So like, the acting film scene in Vancouver, well in BC, Vancouver, it's massive. So for people that want to become like actors or people that are like performance artists, it's pretty good. Man, I'll be honest, there's a lot of things as like a teen, as like I think most of the crazy stuff happened like, up until I was 12, I was very like straight edge, very conservative. But when I was like 14, I kind of just went off the rails. So what was the most crazy thing I did as a kid? I swear it had to be, honestly, without getting too specific, a lot of it had to do with drugs. It was kind of like just hanging out with like people that were questionable maybe and doing lots of substances like MDMA and like smoking and just like, yeah. But it's funny, I'll be honest, bro, lots of the questionable decisions that I made, I always did it with a strong self-awareness that I was like, oh, this is kind of not a good idea, but I would learn from it. Like it was like, if I'm doing substances or if I'm like hanging out with random places, going around parties, going to raves, and just doing stuff that, a 14-year-old probably shouldn't do, but I would just do these things with a strong self-awareness going in it, where I was like, ethically and morally, I understood who I was, and I knew that these things were maybe not the best things to do, but I went in it with an open heart and open mind. And I'd be like, you know what, this world is kind of messed up, this world is kind of crazy, and I want to understand this from my first-hand experience. Like, it's like almost like you basically, yeah, I don't know. The funny thing is, like, I find the interesting part of most of these experiences, like the ones that I would define as like fucked up, that I was like, 14-year-old, kind of just doing these things where I would just like, be on things like MDMA and go to random parties, meet random people, and just do all these things where the entire time I was in these experiences, I always had an open mind, an open heart, where I was like, my mind had this like, this universally optimistic perspective about how I was perceiving all these things that were maybe a bit chaotic. What's going on, Natasha? Oh, thank you. Appreciate that so much. It's funny, I definitely know as a young kid. I definitely know as a young kid, it was kind of like when I did do things that were, quintessentially probably not the best decisions, like, drugs, smoking, this, that. I always went with the mentality where I had a strong moral rooting on what these things were going to teach me. It's almost like I had this strong like desire to be like, I'm going to learn and go in this experience with an open heart and experimental perspective. It made a lot of sense too. Like in the simplest way, I'll be perfectly honest. One of the most powerful messages that I remember, or the lessons that I remember learning when I was like 14, 15 was basically what it looks like to experience healthy neurochemistry. Like this is really it. It's like, this was one of the most pivotal things from age like 12, 13. I never realized what it felt like to have a brain that was fully functioning and full of serotonin and dopamine. And then it wasn't until like age 14, 15 when I experimented with illicit substances that showed me what my brain looked like when it functioned fully, of abundant dimensions of serotonin and dopamine. And then what this taught me was like, all right, I want to achieve these states of functionality, but without drugs, without any substance, just by itself, by hard work and it was quite a process, like to integrate that. going to put an end to this stream for now. Thank you so much for chiming in. Definitely gonna take a break, probably record some content, work on some music ideas. But yes, amazing. Thank you so much for chiming in. I deeply appreciate it. Excuse me. I deeply appreciate the energy, and yeah, if you like this content, feel free to follow this channel. Very much. I teach improvisation, I teach various dimensions of guitar, and I also do like meditative sound journeys. So this content resonates, feel free to follow this channel. Peace. Good to see you, my guy. I'll probably be back in the next, probably a couple hours, but it's hard to say. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for chiming in, Natasha. Appreciate you. Wicked. Much love. Bless. Shit.